I say this rule different ways from time to time, but really what the rule is that in community problem solving, you're not going to meet everyone's concept of perfection. You're not going to meet everyone's concept of perfection, no matter how hard you try. So don't try. Well, here's what I mean by that. We all have been in situations where we say we're going to try to build consensus and then immediately define consensus as 100% agreement. Well, that's not really consensus. Consensus is something shy of 100%, but we know what happens when we try to meet everyone's concept of perfection. If we go into a situation where we say, okay, we're going to get you what you want, tell me what you want, or we're going to get you what you want, we're going to get you what you want, and by the end of it, what do we have? Well, we have one or really two things probably. One is we have something that's impractical. It can't be done because we've glommed everything and every different idea onto it. Or what we've done is we've allowed somebody or some group of somebodies to far and away become the most powerful people in the room. So we got what you wanted, 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 and we get to the last person who says no. And they can shut the whole thing down. And we get nowhere in terms of problem solving. So what I say is you're not going to meet everybody's concept of perfection. We're a diverse group of people. It's sometimes very difficult to get anywhere near 100% consensus. So don't try. What I suggest you do is follow what I call the 84% rule. And here's the rule. If you can come up with something that the constituency you're addressing, 84% of that constituency would say, wow, you know, that's not exactly the way I do it. And there's even parts of it I don't like. But it's progress. It's moving things forward. It's getting where you need to get. So I'll go along with it. If you can get 84%, then take it. Take it and run. The 84% rule. Now, I know some of you will be watching this podcast and you'll say, 84%. How did the guy come up with 84%? Why not 51%? Why not 60%? What's 84%? Well, 84% is what I was reelected with. And when I first ran for reelection as mayor, and I've always said, you know, no matter how pretty you are, no matter how smart you think you are, somebody's not going to be happy, and you're only going to get 84%. My point being, pick a number, pick an amount. Know that you're not going to get everybody's concept of perfection, and just try to come up with the consensus that moves the ball forward in such a way that a big chunk of your constituency would feel good about it. Now, there's a flip side to that rule. If the rule is follow the 84% rule, or you're not going to meet everyone's concept of perfection, so don't try, here's the flip side of that coin. You can't demand your concept of perfection. Too often, people that are involved in community problem solving, they're trying to figure out how to move the ball forward, but at the same time, they're demanding they get all they want in the process for whatever reason. Follow the 84% rule there too. If you're getting 84% of what you want, heck, if I was getting even close to 50% of what I want at my house right now, I'd be going with it. But if 84% is what you're able to get, take it and run. If you start demanding your concept of perfection, you're not going to solve the problem, you're not going to bring about the change, and you're not going to be able to be the kind of leader that you want to be. Don't demand your concept of perfection. You're not going to meet everybody else's concept of perfection, so don't try. Follow the 84% rule.